Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Pokeroo Live with me, Shuggy Wuggy. Yeah, here I am. And I thought tonight, well, last week we wore a red glittery jacket. The week before it was a purple jacket. And tonight I thought, let's put some Scotland tartan on. So I've got a tartan jacket on tonight. Anyway, welcome to Pokeroo Live. For those people that are watching live, we would like to hear your comments, so you can mark in your comments. For anybody that wants to come on and ask our guest a question, then the link is on the page, so you can come on live and ask a question. A crazy, first of all, sorry for being late, but something happened just there. And I'll bring my guest on, and then I want to see our guest reaction for me telling you what happened. It was good up until a point, and then it turned nasty. And that's what disappointed me. It turned nasty. But anyway, apart from that, how have you all been doing? Have you had a good week on the poker tables? Right. Let's bring on our guest. Well, I need to get the right setting. Wait a minute. I need to get the right setting. I need to have something ready, because this guy, just in case you don't know, is a guy. Yeah, this guy is a good guy. He's got a very distinctive voice round the tables, and does anyone know who it is yet? You don't know? Ladies and gentlemen, he is the very own rock man of VR Poker. It's Glen! How you doing, Glen?
Doing great, Shug. How you doing, buddy?
What did you think of that music?
That was awesome. You got skills, dude. You got skills.
I know. Well, head banging. Yeah. So, before we start the interview, I see we've got some guitars going on behind you. Yeah.
Oh, I got a lot of guitars. I mean, this is where all my bands we rehearse at, and I got like 13, 14, 15 guitars in here, 3 drum sets. I got all kinds of shit in there.
Wow. Right. See, once again, Glen, thanks for coming on to Pokeroo, because
thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, you're more than welcome. We see you on the tables quite a lot, and we've got 22 questions for you. But before we start the questions, I think we might have a guest coming on before we start. I wonder, okay. Charlie. Oh no, he's disappeared. We had a Charlie Shaver came on there. I was going to put him on, but he disappeared. Right. Tonight we are a little bit late because the Millionaires tournament was taking place. Did you play it, Glen?
I did. I got my ass knocked out probably around 30, 31.
Right.
Well, I went straight downhill in this tournament.
Well, I got to number 20, right?
Nice.
But no, it's not nice. But listen to what happened. Position 20, all in, 0 chips left. It didn't kick me from the table. Now, in a tournament, if you get knocked out, you get put out the table. You know, and I say, bye-bye, I'll close the door behind me. But I was sitting, and I'm still sitting with 0 chips. And everyone at the table couldn't believe that I wasn't knocked out the table. So other people were getting knocked out the table, and I'm still sitting there. I'm saying, wow, this is a bad glitch. So I said to myself, right, I'm going to sit at the table, guys. I'm not interrupting the game because you're still playing your game. I'm going to sit at the table and see how far this goes. Okay. So we get down to 8 players left. The table balanced itself. There was 4 players at my table and 4 players at the other table. I'm still sitting with no chips.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm still saying, right, I want to see what happens when the final table comes, if I'm still here. So there we go. Players left 6. And all of a sudden it says the tables are being, can't remember if it says reset. So I'm still sitting there, and the table fills up with players from the other side, from the other table. So now there's 5 players at the table plus me. Right? No cards are getting dealt. And it says tables being reset, press OK. So I goes to press OK, and nothing's happening. So at this point, the blinds go up. And this is all, the blinds were ready to go up anyway, so the blinds goes up. So I'm still sitting there, and I know one person must be in the lobby, can't get into the table because
Right.
I'm sitting on the seat. Right. So I'm just about to, I'm saying, well, I'm trying to exit. It's not letting me do it. I'm trying to leave with my hand. It's not letting me do it. So the guy's like, well, you need to press your Oculus button. So I made a joke of saying, no, I want to stay and play poker. Just a little crack. And then all of a sudden, one person at the table, and I'm going to name him, shame him, because there was no need for it. JC. JC was at the table, and he started swearing at me, and he called me an arsehole. Right. And that's when I got annoyed. I said, he says, he's lost all respect for me. You're an arsehole, fucking leave, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I was ready to leave because the only way I can leave is to switch my Oculus set off, which I was going to do. Right. But there was no need for him to do that. He just jumped in and called me that name just as I was ready to do it. So JC, if you are watching, get it up you. Okay. And the reason I was there is because this is a glitch that the developers need to know. And that's the only reason I sat there. I wasn't interrupting the game. The blinds were going up anyway. Probably by the time you got your cards, the blinds would have been up. And you had over 200 grand anyway, so it made no difference. So JC, get it right up you, okay? Sorry. I've said it. I call it as I see it, Glenn. If I was wrong, I'm wrong. People might think I was wrong.
You're not wrong.
I think I was there to see how far it could go, and there is a major glitch that the developers need to know about.
Absolutely.
Anyway, okay, enough. I've got it off my chest, and that's why I'm late, Glenn. Okay, that's why I'm late. So I do apologize. Anyway, it's not about me. It's about you, Glenn. You're the man. Let's start your 22 questions. Your name's Glenn. What is your in-game name?
Glen B, 2112.
Now, why is it that?
Well, B is my last name for Borderline, and 2112 is my all-time favorite Rush album.
Okay, makes sense. And do you have any other usernames, Glenn?
No, I do not.
So just the one account.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not that savvy. I'm not that important.
Okay.
Not that diabolical yet.
Yeah,
I'm getting there. Right. I'm getting there.
Right. Tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Wow. Do you know New Orleans is on my bucket list, Glenn? It really is. It must be. Do you know, for people that stay in New Orleans, you must get saturated with tourism. And do you get caught up in that at all?
I do. I sell wine and liquor for a living. And I cater to these people that are coming in and buying booze. That's what I do.
Right.
And,
okay.
The greatest thing about this city is the food. That's, bottom line, that's the food. You know?
So what would you say would be the signature dish of New Orleans?
Oh, any seafood. I mean, if you like boiled shrimp, boiled crawfish, seafood platters, oysters. I had a dozen of raw oysters yesterday. It was delicious.
Wow. And they call is it Creole cooking? Is that the kind of cooking?
Yeah, they got Creole cooking.
And Cajun
cooking.
Because I think I spoke to you at the table about I used to love Cajun chicken. And I've got chefs and that work for me, and they told me, listen, Cajun chicken, you do not clean the pan.
You don't clean the what?
You don't clean the pan you cook the chicken in.
That's just extra flavor for next time. That's
it, because it's a blackened pan, and it makes the chicken go really black with the Cajun spices. So we're all jealous. And going on to your next question was, what is your job? So you've just told me, what is it you do?
I'm a salesman. When I'm not playing music, I sell wine and liquor for Southern Glazers of Louisiana. Southern Glazers is the name of the company.
Right. And is it a specific brand, or is it all sorts of brands?
Oh, it's all brands. I mean, we sell everything from Crown Royal to Jim Beam to any kind of wine you can think of.
What's your biggest seller?
Tito's Vodka. And right now, High Noon. It's one of these vodkas, tonics in a can.
Right. Okay.
And that's my main two horses right now.
Right. Good. Do you have a horse?
No, I don't have a horse. I have cats.
Wow. Meow. Right. Okay. So I think I know the answer to this, but what is your hobbies when you're not playing poker or you're not working? Don't say poker. Don't say work. What do you do? What's your hobbies?
I just play music. I love playing music. I play drums. I play guitar.
Mhm.
Keeps me
And
busy.
you're in a band. You're in a band.
Yes. I was up to a month ago. I was in 4 bands.
4 bands, and is it rock bands?
Yes, and I retired, and I was completely done. And
Sorry,
after I retired, I was retired for about 2 weeks, and then
2 weeks.
another band called me and said their drummer quit, and they had a big show, and they wanted me to fill in. So I had to learn like 30 songs in a week. And
So it's all original material. This band.
no, it's this is a cover band, and I learned the 30 songs, went and played the show. They loved me. The place loved us.
Right.
And they asked me to join a band. So
Brilliant.
I'm back in the band. I'm back playing music again.
And do you do vocals in the band as well?
I do backup vocals.
Right. Sing us a song then.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. How long have you been playing the VR? What's your VR story? How did you get onto
My
it?
VR story is simple. Jim Beam is one of the brands that I sell, and they were offering a sales incentive. If you sell so many cases of Jim Beam, they'll give you a free Oculus.
Right.
And
cool.
they gave me 2. They gave me one for me, and I gave one to the customer who bought a shitload of Jim Beam.
Right. Okay.
And so I just started experimenting with it, and then I saw the poker, got on that, and just I fell in love with it. And really, the only thing I do on there is poker, and I do the VR fishing. That's rarely. Yeah, it's relaxing. The scenery's nice, but poker's my game. You know,
okay.
I love it.
And how long have you been on the poker for?
About a year.
Yeah, cool. Did you play poker before VR?
Oh God, yeah. We used to have home games all the time, tournament styles at different people's houses, and all. Everybody would make a dish, and we'd just go there.
And was it just like one table, 8 or 10 of you?
Oh no, we'd have like 4 or 5 tables.
Right. Okay.
You know, we'd do simple stuff like maybe like a $50 buy-in.
Yeah.
X amount of chips. Play it down to the final 2. The final 2 can either split the pot,
or first and second,
or just play it out and then get everybody still there. And just play it, get another.
And I guess you supplied the booze for it.
A lot of it, yeah.
Very good. Right. So for the players that don't know you, what level are you at in the game?
I'm sorry, you broke up.
What level are you at in the game? What level? What's your level?
I'm 32, getting ready to be a 33.
Shit 32. Okay, you're at shit 32, and you're about to go to a good 33.
Yeah.
Right. So I see you around the tables quite often, but where, for players that haven't played with you, where would they find you most? What's your favorite table?
Mostly on Platinum 1 or Platinum 2.
Okay.
I stay away from David. I get on every now and then when I'm feeling rambunctious, but I usually come out on a ass end of that.
Yeah.
You know?
So you're more comfortable in the Platinum tables.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right. Do you have a strategy in poker? Is there something that would say, yeah, that's Glen's kind of game?
I mean, I generally like to see what my opponent's going to do first, and then I love it when I have it and I come over the top. I mean, to me, that's the best feeling.
Right. So you're a sneaky bastard.
Yeah, I'm a sneaky bastard.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Right. A session of poker, whether it be an hour, 5 minutes, or 2 hours, or however long you're on for. So at one session, can you remember what's been your biggest win walking away from that session?
4 or 5 million.
Still good. 4 million. Really good.
Yeah.
And it's a feel good factor, Glen, isn't it? You're kind of, wow, that's high. You want to play the drums harder and faster, you know?
I just enjoy it. I come home from work and I like to just settle down, pet my cats, and I'll put the poker headset on. Yeah. And it just calms me down, man. Yeah. It's just a great relaxing way to you know, if you're riled up, you know, it'll calm you down for sure.
Yeah. And what about your biggest loss?
Oof. That would have been last week. Probably lost about 7 or 8 million.
Oh, in the one session?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And how did that work for you? Did it put you down, or were you upset, or is it just
it bummed me out, but I know when to walk away. You know, instead of sitting there and just keep dumping chips, I walk away and live to play another day.
Right. Okay. Okay. So I always think when you win a session, always get a better night's sleep. I sleep for a while, and I wake up in the morning, and my first thought is, well, my second thought, always my first thought is something else, but my second thought when I wake up in the morning when I've won is, wow, that was great last night winning the chips. So
Winning
feel
the
good.
chips is great, but if you're at a good table where I mean, they have so many great players on the site and so many great attitudes and personalities.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
that's what
that's
we're
where
doing
it's
now.
at.
Yep.
That's where it's at, man. I
That,
have fun. Like when I'm sitting at a table with you. I
mm,
mean, you crack me up, man.
I'm a
It's fun.
I'm a
You
nut
know,
job. I'm a nut job.
hey, it's fun.
Uh,
So I don't if I'm dumping chips and I'm losing them. If I'm having a good time, I don't care.
but Glenn, some people don't get it. Some people forget it as a game. As a game,
Oh
you know,
God. Oh,
it's not
I've been cursed out a couple of times.
it's not real money. And tonight that really disappointed. I'm actually still feeling quite hurt. The way that he spoke to me there because I've known him for a long time. He's from the go side,
Oh really?
and he just turned on me like that when I was doing something for the benefit of the game. Do you think I wanted to sit there for 20 minutes watching people play poker? I wanted off because I was meant to be interviewing you, but I was sitting there for the benefit of the game so I could report it and say, listen, this happened,
Exactly.
and it just jumped the gun too quick. I understand they were maybe frustrated that they couldn't start because I was there, but come on, come on. So, yeah. So, anyway, enough. I don't know why we get back onto that again. Right. So, this is the hardest question, I think. We're halfway there now, believe it or not. This is the hardest question. You've got players that you like at the table. So, you have to choose your own two tables, Glenn. You have to pick a table of 6 for the social side of the game. And then you have to pick a table of 6, including yourself. So, 5 players for the competitive side. So 5 players that you think, wow, that's going to
Yeah,
be
well, I think they would run it to be probably the same people.
right. So a social table for your enjoyment for social.
God,
Give me 5 names.
Marius, of course. Love
Pocket
Marius.
deuces, pocket deuces.
Bully. You, of course. I love playing with you.
I'm a cunt.
Uh, you got Cherie. You got
Sherry the
Fluff.
Dane, Sherry the Pain, Fluffy, screw a light bulb.
Cherie's awesome. Fluff's awesome. That's one of the things about this game. I think a lot of the women don't get the credit they deserve when it comes to playing because some of these women are really good players. They really are.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah.
And Rick, I like getting Rick on the table,
Right.
especially when Millie, his little dog's acting up because it really has him fucking flustered, and he just starts fucking throwing chips. But that's cool.
Right. So wait a minute. That's your social table. You've named 5 players: Marius, Arsehole Shuggy, Sherry the Pain, Fluffy Screw a Light Bulb, and Rick Bun with the scabby dog. Right. So now, you have to pick 5 players who would give you a real challenge and take the chips off you. So probably 5 of the better players that you've seen.
Yeah, I'd say Samuel is definitely one.
Okay.
I like it when he gets to Jimmy Ohms with the chips because every now and then you catch him.
Right.
But God, crazy guy, Rev.
Yeah.
Ace.
Yeah.
Chucky B.
That's you. The table's full. So Samuel Crazy, Rev, Ace, and Chucky B. Yeah, that's a very competitive table. Very much so. It's a hard question because there's so many you've probably.
There really are. I mean, I could dump some more on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mahi is a really good player too. It's. He was telling me a story today about his Grateful Dead days.
Sorry for crying. Every time Mahi Killer comes to the table, I cry. Mahi Killer. Anyway, sorry. So what was the story he told you? He's a nice guy.
He's like he was. I don't know if he's a retired police officer now or just a police officer now.
Yeah.
But he was telling us back in the day when his parents put him out, he was followed the Grateful Dead for a year. Hitchhiking and stuff. It's a good story. Okay. It's a good story.
Yeah. Social side really is fantastic, Glenn. Some of the some of the pranks and laughs we get up to is just out of this world. Right, so this is a hard question. Some people don't answer this one, and I get it. You don't have to answer anything I ask you, but is there any players you don't like?
There's not really, and I'll answer it. There's one that kind of aggravated me a while back. I don't remember his full name. It was SDL something, but this guy just had a way of just coming to the table and just pissing everybody off, and he would just, he's disrespectful to the women and just he's just an asshole.
Yeah, that's right. So I've noted him SDL something, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone else you can think of that?
Dirty Deeds. I don't think a lot of people like him too much.
Right. In fact, Dirty Deeds, I came across him last week, and as soon as he came to the table, I says, "You're the one I hear people talking about, and see you." And do you know what he said to me? He says, "I apologize." And then he apologized to me, but then after 2 minutes, he started calling me names and stuff. But do you know, if I give it, I've got to take it. That's fine. If I'm due it, then fine. It's like Bazoo. I used to give Bazoo a hard time. Now all of a sudden she'll say, "This is Bazoo speaking." Now she's a lady. Right. She's a lady, and she says, "Shut the F up, Shuggy." So she knows how to answer me back, and I say, "You're right, Bazoo."
Well, if they, you know what? If they dish it out and they can take it, and and give and take.
Yeah, of course it is. It's a game. It's for fun. It's for fun. If they don't like the player, mute them. That's it. Just mute them. You don't want to hear them. Mute them. Right. So yeah, it's kind of going on to who's the best players you have played. The best players. You might not have had them on your table, but who's the top-notch players that you think that is, I
mean, I can give you three, and I'd say Samuel is one. Rev.
Yeah.
And God, that's a tough one. You know what? I'm gonna throw a bone to a lady. I'm gonna say Sheree.
Sheree, there you go. Yeah, she's a very good player.
And the first time I won the Millionaires tournament, first time I played it, actually, I won it. Her and I were the final two.
Wow. Yeah, so you've won the Millionaires.
I won the Millionaires twice.
Twice.
I won it twice, and I came in third twice, and then I got knocked out by quad twos twice.
just as Marius comes in. Pocket deuces.
Hey, you big bully. Bully. What's up, Marius?
We've now called pocket deuces pocket jobbies. And it's funny to hear Marius say that word because it's a Scottish word, jobby. Anyway, enough of that. Well, hi, Marius. Just thought to say hi. Yeah, so so you won Millionaires. How many times do you think you've played it? Is it kind of every week?
I've played it probably about 7 or 8.
Oh, wow.
And I've came in, like I said, I got paid on it 4 times. Won it twice, came in third twice.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good return, definitely. Right, Glen, bad points about the game. What's not good about the game?
I wish the avatars would look more like the actual people. Or if there was some kind of way that the game could have their picture or something for their avatar or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool. So you kind of know who you're talking to and get an idea what people look like.
Did you ever see the Go side, the avatars we had on the Go side on YouTube or anything? No,
I did not.
Oh, wow, it was so much more realistic. And then when we get forced upon the Quest side, it was very disappointing, especially the avatars. The avatars were disappointed. In fact, I'm just trying to see if I've got a photograph of the. No, hold on. I will. A photograph of the avatars that we had in the Go side, and then they built the Quest game, and avatars changed so bad. I think we've got it here. Right. No, that's Quest players. But we had arms, we had legs, we had shoes, we had pants. Shoes. Everyone had the same shoes, but we could buy sunglasses, we could buy hats. The girls had a chest. They had boobies. Yeah. and the girls had their own hairstyles. The guy had their own hairstyles, and what they've got right now, but different. And also at the table, we could buy gifts for the players. So
Nice.
we could buy like, what was it?
You get drinks for the table or whatever.
Yeah, yes, you could buy a drink, or you could give somebody a donkey, and this wee donkey came on the table, or you could give somebody a fish, and the fish would come and swim and wave at you, and yeah. So there was lots of fun, and we were very disappointed to come in to the Quest side, and there was none of that.
Well, my Koji wants to tell you, he just jumped on me.
Wow, wow,
Look at him, Koji.
Let's see it. Wow,
Koji.
what kind of cat's that?
He is I forgot. I have a Manx, and
he's a fuck. He's a fuck. That's what he said. He's a fuck.
He's a good boy though.
Yeah,
I love it.
Cool. How many cats you got?
I got 4.
4. Cool. What about dogs? No.
No. Strictly a cat guy.
Okay, cool. Right. So yeah, I think the avatars leave a lot to be desired. Anything else? Any other bad points about the game?
It'd be nice to get all the glitches. I mean, it seems like it glitches a good bit, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, I'm pretty easygoing. Don't bother me.
Would you change anything about was there anything you would add to the game? Would you change things that would make the game better? I know you've said the avatars, but as in the gameplay, because last week we were interviewing Scott, and he was very interested. He pointed out a few things that I hadn't realised about the size of the tables, why the hands are so not repetitive, but there's always a competition because it's 6 players. Whereas if there was 8 players, there would be less flushes against straights.
I think that's one of the things. I mean, you see more flushes and straights than anything in this game. Yeah. And in real life playing poker, you don't see all that shit. You know, you don't see as many as you do in this game. Well, but I guess they do it though just to keep the people engaged, keep it fun, and it does. It makes it more interesting.
Glenn, I've got to disagree with you there because I've played live poker, and the thing is, when we play our game, we're probably seeing 6 or 7 times more cards than live poker is. By the time you mix the cards up and deal them, we've done 6 hands in a VR game. So I don't think the developers, or in fact any poker game, is clever enough to make such a big equation to make so many people be involved in a flop.
Right.
I don't think that's real. I think it's because the way Scott put it is because there's only 6 players, which is competition poker. It means there's less chance of you being exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think the cards are real. I just think sometimes we get mixed up because we could sit there for 2, 3, 4 hours and keep seeing these hands, flushes, straights against each other. But in effect, we've already seen 5 hands that were nothing, that we've not thought about them. They've went to the back of our memory.
Right.
So I'm not sure. So I don't think there is something in the game to set it up. I don't think they're clever enough to do that. But the points that we get asked is, would you like to be able to show your cards?
That would be cool. Or at least have the option to show them or not.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And that is a big part of poker.
That would, yeah.
Yeah, it's part of the game, and they've missed that. They've omitted that as being part of the game. Also, as I said, on the go side, giving gifts at the table. So people that are on the table for social side, play music, give gifts, or something else. They need something else, I think.
Right.
So, how often do you play the game? An average on a week?
I play every day.
Right. So,
time wise, I mean, it could average anywhere from 30 minutes to 2.5 to 3 hours. But I pretty much play every day.
Right. So you'd say you're probably around about 20 hours a week, maybe?
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I think that's the kind of average player that's got the addiction. It's 20 hours a week. And right. So have you gave yourself a challenge? Because in the go side, our trophy was our challenge. We don't have trophies on the quest side. but you do have the number where your level goes up. So what is your challenge in the game?
I just want to have fun, and if I just want to be at a table with people that respect one another and they're looking to have fun. If they want to be quiet, that's fine also. But I just enjoy playing. I don't really have any challenges.
So you're not really that intrigued about getting your level up to 60 or whatever.
No, that shit don't mean nothing to me.
Right, and your bankroll, you don't care about.
I'm a bankroll. Yeah, I'd like to build a bank. I always want to build a bankroll.
Well, there's a challenge then. There's a challenge.
Well, yeah, there's a challenge. Like I said, when I'm getting my nuts kicked in, I know when to just say, you know what, it's time to call it a day. You know.
So your challenge, I would say, then, has got to let the bank balance go up. Yeah, no. See that I think that's for the gold players that have came over that have reached level 50, 60. Chaz is level 69. Although it doesn't show on the table, it stops at 50. The only challenge we have for ourselves is the bankroll or tournaments. So we talk about tournaments, and is it just the Millionaires tournament you play?
No, the first tournament I ever won was the one that they do on Saturday nights here. It's like I think the prize pool is like 800K, and I won that one before, and then the ones like right before the Millionaires tournament, the 4K turbos, 400K. I like to play those also.
Right. And do you play differently in the tournaments?
I'm sorry?
Do you play different in tournament play as you would in the cash tables?
Not really. I think I'm a patient player.
Yeah.
But when if I haven't pulled a hand in a while, I'll start getting a little silly and start trying to make shit happen. Yeah. But I'm a pretty patient player.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've played with you, and you're very social at the table as well, which I like. But also, I've noticed that you will sit back and let people make the first move.
Yeah.
I've definitely noticed that, which is not a bad thing. That's part of poker. But sometimes you can get your arse kicked for that. But
yeah. Oh, it's happened many times.
Slow playing these pocket jobbies or deuces.
Well, when I get aces, I'm not slow playing aces. I'm throwing a big chunk of change in there, and if somebody wants to call me, they can call me. If everybody likes to break aces, you know. So
of course they do. Yeah. Right. What I've been noticing, if you've got pocket kings, there's always an ace ends up on the table for some reason.
I had a hand last week where I had pocket aces. And I mean, I had the hand one, and the guy just came back and he ended up beating me kings over. He had a boot. He ended up getting kings over aces on me.
Wow.
And it's terrible. It's just terrible.
It's horrible when
after that hand, I just went. That's when I just threw my hand. It's time to go.
Time to go. Time to get the guitars and drums out.
Yeah, I'd go take my frustrations out on the drums. Beat the shit out of them.
And I actually taught you a drum beat at the table one night when you told me you were a drummer, And it was the first drum beat that a drummer, well, a snare drummer. You're a rock drummer. Your hands and arms and feet are all over the place. But the most difficult drumming in the world, and believe it or not, is pipe band drumming. The bagpipes, the drums that go with the pipe bands, is the hardest drumming in the world. So I've been told. And the first beat they learn is called Mummy Daddy.
Mummy Daddy.
Yeah, so your left hand's doing Mummy, Mummy Daddy, Mummy Daddy, Mummy Daddy. You get faster and faster, Mummy Daddy, Mummy Daddy.
Like paradiddles.
No, that's not a paradiddle. No, that's Mummy Daddy. And they go as fast as you can for Mummy Daddy, and it turns into a drum roll. So that's the basic of a drum roll. A paradiddle is left, right, left, right. That's a paradiddle.
Same concept, though.
And do you know what a flam is?
Flam is it's like a rim shot, ain't it?
No, a flam is when you do left, right, kind of just about together, left, right.
Oh, okay.
So the right's just behind and you do it right, left. And then a drag. Have you heard of a drag?
Never heard of a drag.
This is knowledge.
It's not. See, I never studied music. I could always just play.
Right.
Same thing with guitar. I can play the chords and all of this stuff, but I've never had any lessons.
Do you not read the music?
I do not read music.
Wow. See, I think that's a talent. I think that's a talent, definitely.
I wish I could, but I could always just play. You know, when I was like
Brilliant.
13 or 14, I had a band in the neighborhood that was looking for somebody to work lights for them, and I would go
Yeah.
work their lights. And when they
Okay.
were at rehearsals, one day the drummer just got off, and I said, "Can I try?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah." And I just got on, and I could just play.
Wow.
And I mean, the guys in the band wanted to kick him out, put me in. You know, it was funny.
Brilliant. So
But,
it's just a natural.
yeah, I can just play.
Right. Talking about playing, can you name? You've been on the game for a year. Is there any players that no longer play that you can think of? Any names?
That no longer play. God,
Yeah.
not that I can think of. I mean,
Mm.
I used to play in the gold tables a lot, and working my way up. When I
Yeah.
got my bankroll up, I just started
Yeah.
getting
Jumping
more involved and talking to the people on the platinum tables. So I've been just doing that for quite a while. So I haven't really seen anybody go yet, I
Right.
think, on
Okay.
platinum in my
Okay.
time anyway.
Well, you might not see me anymore after my escapade tonight, but it was for research. I'm just
Yeah,
thinking.
but
I'm just
you'll show up as somebody else and start
no,
shit at the
no, no, I
tables.
wouldn't. No, see if they kicked me off the game, I'd be like, "Ah, fair enough. That's fine. It's their loss. I'll just go. I'll go and do something else. I'll go and go fishing."
No, you wouldn't. You'd go to sleep at fishing. That ain't you. Ain't your
I
style.
know. But I was only doing it for market research. Honestly, for the good of the game, not to annoy people. Anyway, here we go. Talking about a game that we play, and there's Poker Stars that's there as well. Have you ever went over that side?
Yeah, I went over it, and it just the kids and the distractions and people taking pictures and sticking cigarettes in your face, and
Yeah,
it's not about the game. It's just more about all that bullshit. And I know
yeah,
I think you can turn that shit off,
but
but
it's still there. It's still there.
I still don't care for it. I mean, I just like the people that
Yeah.
where we are.
It's like a community, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah, it
People
really
"How are you
is.
doing?" It's just from all over the world, which is really, really good. Really cool. And that's why we've done this Facebook page, just to bring the game more alive, make it really real. And it's great to see all you guys coming on
Oh
board.
yeah, and I mean when we're sending friend requests to one another on Facebook and stuff, it's cool.
Yeah,
So you can
it's
actually see
cool.
who you're talking to,
Yeah.
see what their lives are like and stuff. It's
Yeah, we spend a lot of time at the tables with each other and all the different players, and it's good to get. I mean, so have you ever met any of the players in real life that you play on here?
I have not.
No.
I've played with a few players that were from like Louisiana,
Mhm.
and we knew some of the same people in real
Okay.
life, but
Right.
our paths have never crossed.
Right. And I've heard of a few meetups and a few times that people have met. I've got a meetup in 4 weeks' time. 4
Mhm.
weeks' time, I'll be meeting two players that play on the game.
Who you meet?
I'm meeting Erie Bruce. He's from Guatemala. And he's staying in Turkey right now with his family. And I'm meeting Thomas Urine.
Yeah, I've played with Yuri before. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Tel Aviv in Israel. So he's going to go over to Turkey as well. So I'm going to Turkey. Family's going. So we'll meet up with you guys. So that'll be my first live meet. Not one. I had a live meet in my home city with Fergie. Do you know Fergie? Have you ever met him?
I've seen the name, but it's been a while since I've seen it.
Right. Fergie's a crazy Scotsman, and he stays about 10 miles away from me. So Fergie loves his disco lights. He likes lasers. He collects lasers and got them all doing everything. So 2 years ago during lockdown, that's why I get into the game. I owned a nightclub, and I said to Fergie, I says, well, why don't you come over to the club and we'll do a live for the club, for all the people on my nightclub Facebook. We'll do a live and you bring your lasers. So he did. Him and his wife and his son and daughters, and he came over to the club. The club was closed through lockdown. So we put on the PA and put on the lights, and he put his laser lights. I had a DJ in doing all the live stuff. And it was a great night. So just about 10 people in the club. So that was my first live meet.
That was cool.
But now he doesn't talk to me.
You pissed him off?
it was at a table, and he said that I said something, and I didn't. It wasn't me; it was someone else. But he was drunk at the time, and he still thinks that I said something to him. So it's a shame because he's a lovely guy and he's a very funny guy. So that was my first meet up, and in 4 weeks' time, we'll see the boy from Guatemala and the boy from Israel.
Old
So
Thomas, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, and then there's talk about us trying to organize some kind of 7-day cruise next year, sailing out of America.
Interesting.
So we're thinking of maybe trying to get that organized. We're looking for somebody to try and see if we could get. We were going to do it when lockdown happened. We had about 14 people that were committed to going on a cruise with their families.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been cool. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
That's awesome.
Right. So this game, if they said to the players, listen, you've all got so many chips, you're not buying them anymore, the game's going to die. However, we're going to give you something. We're going to give you chips. We're going to let you do things with the game if you become a member. And we want you to subscribe. We've got some levels. We get $5 a month, $7 a month, or $10 a month. Depending on how much you subscribe, depends how many benefits you get as a member of the game. Would you do that?
I would do that.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah.
That's a really cool idea.
Yep. That's what I think. But only one person said no.
Really? Yeah.
Muckleview from Scotland. I keep
fucking Muckleview. I was at the table with him for a Millionaires tournament.
Yeah. Well, he says, no, I wouldn't subscribe. No, he's just miserable, stingy, stingy. He's got too much money. See, people with too much money, they don't want to spend it, Glenn. That's the thing.
I don't have that problem.
Right. Okay. By the way, we're done. We're at question 22. How cool's that? You went over the average minute. The average length of the interview is 35 minutes. You're at 42. So your final question is: what's some of the crazy things you've seen in the poker tables or that you've took part in? You think of anything?
You mean on the VR poker tables?
Yeah, on the VR. Any crazy stuff with the social side or?
Well, I mean, I liked it when you and I were on the table before, and when the last person comes in, we're going to talk in a different language. That's pretty cool. That's fun. I mean, that's just having fun with people.
That's it. Last man.
And I mean, some of the stuff I've seen players attack one another, just being rude. And
that's
rude.
Fun as well. That is exciting. It can
be. Depending on, I usually don't get involved in all that kind of stuff unless they really.
You're just a nice guy. Just a nice guy.
I try to be.
And see when Marius has been drinking, you need to go on a table when Marius has been drinking.
I've been at a table before when Marius has fell asleep on the table. He was drunk, and I mean, just literally, his head's down. It's his turn, and he's snoring. Yeah.
Marius always says when he's drinking, "Shuggy, I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy." Only when he's drinking, I says, "Yes, Marius, you're a nice guy."
Marius is awesome.
Yeah, yes, he's good. He's good. And anything else you can think of? There's one guy that used to be bad news on the go side, and he was called, I don't know if you've heard the name, the Green Llama. You heard that name? No. The Green Llama, he get so many different accounts, kept getting banned, kept coming in under a different name, just sitting at the table, annoying people, shouting them out. I think he was from London in England. And it was just so much hard work. But you know what, Glenn? I loved him. Although he was a bad apple.
It could make the game interesting.
Yes.
It makes it interesting.
Yes, he's a character. He was a personality, and I love that. Love these kind of people.
It's I get you how you feel about that. I get it. Because I'm like that too.
Once again, it's only a game. So it is just a game. Anyway, Glenn, I'm done with you.
Shuggy, thank you so much for having me, man. It's been awesome.
You've been brilliant. and that's you. You're now a star of the internet, but you've probably been. Is any of your bands on YouTube and stuff? There must be
Oh
videos you've been.
God, my Floodline, my band Floodline is all over YouTube.
Oh, really? Really?
That's
Floodline.
This is our CD we put out.
Really?
That's
wow.
100-Year Storm. We have tons of videos on YouTube, on Spotify, Amazon. We're on all aspects of music. The name of the album is 100-Year Storm, and it's rock. It's good rock music, you know.
Really? So is there any song in particular is the best one for Floodline?
Nah, they all good, man. They all good.
Well, give me one song, no?
Tempting Fate.
Tempting Fate. And you think that would be on?
Tempting Fate's a good one, and another one is good as Killing Fields. Killing Fields is actually a guy came to one of our shows and videotaped us with a bunch of cameras, and then took it home and edited it to where it's got like a movie playing to the song, and it's really, really cool. It's just really cool. It's like wartime stuff happening during the song and stuff, and it's us playing live, and it's really cool.
Wow.
That's us.
Stay there. Is that you on the drums?
That's me on the drums.
Let me listen to this for a wee minute, just a minute before you go.
Don't wanna live inside my mind. I'm sure you won't like what you find.
It's pretty heavy, isn't it?
Yes. Whatever.
So dark that you couldn't
oh, Marius likes us.
Things I've seen no one could fathom.
Right, here was the chorus. Chorus now.
Spiraling down, I drift away. Self-destruction, I'm tempting fate. Spiraling down, I drift away. Self-destruction, I'm tempting fate.
Wow. Fantastic. That was great. I enjoyed that.
Thank you so much.
Well done. So for anyone's watching, Floodline, okay, give them a like, give them a subscribe, and buy their CD because he's a good guy. Glen, are you going on poker now?
I might go on poker now. Yeah, I think I am going to go.
Well, if you're at the tables, we'll see you, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Shug.
Okay, I'll catch you later. Don't forget, give me your chips.
Appreciate what you're doing here, man. This is cool.
Thanks, man. Good guy. Cheers. Bye-bye. There you go. That is our Glen. What a lovely guy and what a cool guy. I love that. That rock music. Wasn't that so good? Okay, that's us for another week here on Pokeroo. And I'm still curdled up inside with the run-in I had at the Millionaires table there. I just can't believe he done that to me. Do you know what? No, I'm not going to say it. No, I'm not going to say it. No, not going to say it. Anyway, that is us. We have got somebody else lined up for next Sunday, and I can't remember who. Thanks to all the moderators on the page. You all know who you are. You're all doing a great job. But you will need to start filling up the diary because I haven't got a fucking clue who I've got on next Sunday. So speak to the moderators of Pokeroo. Let's get you on. We don't want to be asking you all the time. You come to us and say, right, Shuggy or Sherry or Fluffy or Cougar Marie. Ask them to get you on Pokeroo because we'd love to hear from you. All right, it's not Christmas behind me. It's just in the crazy world of Shuggy Wuggy. So I'll see you around the tables, and I'll see you next Sunday night when we will have someone live. I can't remember who it is. If I said it was you next Sunday, please let me know because I can't remember. It's that many people I'm talking to. Okay. And once again, thank you very much to Glen. He was the star in the bar. See you later. Bye-bye. It's Pokeroo. We love you. Don't forget,